Mm-hmm.
Doug, what? Mike, you want to start? Here we go.
It's too quiet in here.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You-
You got to talk about us now. You
I was
got no
gonna say.
choice.
There you go.
Where's
What
Vocal?
does this mean?
Are you a believer now, man?
Hey, you're number one.
All right.
All right.
All right.
You can-
Yeah.
Just I'm saying, what is it?
How many weeks did it take us? I know it's not that you don't believe in fee. It's got to be the coaching. You doubt it every year. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Doug.
That's okay. I mean, what does this mean for you guys winning this championship? For any of you?
It means a lot. I mean, I think it just is a testament to where we're at this season. It's been so fun. This is the best group. I mean, the way that we're gelling, our personalities just mesh so well, the chemistry. Any night, anyone can have 20. I mean, Bridget had an outstanding game.
She did.
Chechi had an outstanding game. We had so many people show up tonight. It's so fun, and it's impossible to guard when you have so many offensive threats. And the way that we play on defense is so fun. We really hang our hats on that, and this just shows like all the hard work we put in, and there's a lot more to come.
Yeah, if I could sneak into one for Bridget and one for Coach. Bridget, all things considered, you feel like is one of the best games you've played in the WNBA, both statistically and just the moment, what it meant for you guys. And then Coach, Bridget and Cecilia were just, really super efficient tonight. And how big was that? Going along with the players you might expect to have big games. You had some big games across the board.
Yeah, I think so. I mean, these games, obviously this game meant a little bit more. Every game's important, but obviously there was a lot on the line tonight. But I have so much trust in my teammates, and my teammates have so much trust in me. And, they found me in good places, especially in the first half, and I got hot. And so then I was confident, obviously, in the second half to shoot my shot. But that's the way we've been playing all season. We share the ball really well, and so I know when the ball comes to me, I'm gonna be ready to knock it down when I'm open. But yeah, I'm glad I could have this performance today in such a big game. But again, our team, our defense, and playing off that, a lot of my scores were off in transition. And I like playing that way. So it's been a lot of fun. This group's been a lot of fun to play with on the court, off the court. And so I'm just happy we got this done today.
Next question, third row center.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
sorry,
yeah,
apologies.
follow. And I forget what the question was. Oh, Chechi and BC, right? And BC's performance.
Huge.
I think like Fee said it can be anybody's moment. We had so many great plays. First of all, what an incredible game. I thought it was an incredible game. Obviously it's more incredible when you win. But it was an incredible game. And what I'm proud of is we answered every run on the road. And that tells you everything about our basketball team and what they how they feel about each other, their belief in one another. We knew what we had to correct. This is my favorite part. This team, they correct things in the timeouts before I get there. As the timeout's going on, their communication is next level. We have a level of toughness. I know that when we show up, people aren't afraid of us. But our level of toughness, I'll put it up against anybody. And, everybody had their moments. Courtney Williams, I thought was terrific in being a playmaker. Obviously, we know Fee was MVP or I'm sorry, MVP. BC's she throws daggers. She was throwing daggers tonight. And so I thought just, for us, what does it mean to them? We won a championship, and we've been spending, Fee's been with the Lynx since 2019, post dynasty era, and she has dealt with, I think, so much, I think, marginalization, if you will, of our team. At times where she's going, what do we have to do before you guys really start to believe in us? And we don't really care what you think, except for right now, right, where we get to say to you, you got to talk about us. Now you got to say, okay, we just beat a super team. You know how hard that is to do? Because you guys love your super teams, man. You love your super teams. That's all you want to talk about, your super teams, right? But we just beat a super team. Let's talk about it.
Next question, third row center.
Bridget and Fee right here. Cheryl had talked pregame about how maybe years past, she had to convince players that you could be other teams, but this team really believes. Why do you think that the team believes so strongly, and how does it feed into wins like today?
I think we're so deep. I mean, like we just have so many threats. And even from we were talking about this in training camp, just the energy that we have, especially on defense. And I think that's what sets us apart. We have a lot of offensive threats. Like any person can score 20 a night, but on defense, I think we're so solid, and that's why it's so hard to play against us. Um, it's just we make it really hard for teams. Our aggressiveness, our willing to sell out on anything. Like we have each other's back on defense. And I think it's really hard for teams to play against that when we're so hard. We bring the fight on defense, and then on offense, we're just as tough. And so I think I think that's a little bit different for us this year we had an amazing free agency, and we have some great rookies that we brought in the past couple of years that we have like so many threats. I think it's just really hard for teams. And so it's fun for us. It's so fun. You can see, I think, the joy with which we play. And it just makes the game so much fun.
And my
Next question.
apologies, I didn't answer on the Fecci, Zandalicini. So Diana Taurasi refers to her as that effing Italian. Years ago when Dee was playing overseas, and I didn't have the heart to tell her at that time that we had signed her, that she was coming over, and that effing Italian was really good tonight.
Yes.
Next question, third row, all the way to your right.
Back here. For Cheryl, you guys have been an elite defensive team all year long, both overall and the league's best 3-point defense. I guess, how do you reflect on the first half, the 50 points, but still only being down 3? I guess, what was the message at halftime, and how do you look at, that first half and how you spun it forward?
Well, I mean, hopefully the message they heard was that we were getting ourselves an over rotation. New York was a little more mindful of how we like to fly around, and they were attacking our closeouts in ways that was leading to wide open rhythmic threes, and we don't want to give up rhythmic threes. And I thought that second half, I thought we were more mindful of being able to guard a little better one-on-one. We cleaned up, some of the miscues with some of their ghosting out of screens and the stuff. They run great stuff. They're great players. But I thought we cleaned up some of those things, and we got a little more 5-on-5 and forced some more difficult shots.
Coach, hi. So the team defensive wise caused a lot of chaos with 21 points. Was that the game plan going into today, causing that havoc?
You're talking about the 21 turnovers for 27
Turnovers,
points. Is that
yes,
what you're talking
right,
about?
Yes.
It has been the trademark of this basketball team, and we thought it was vital for us to get that done today to win this game. We rely heavily on our ability to play off our defense, and they believed in what we told them, that if we could get those stops and play off of our defense and transition, that we could find success, and we did that pretty well tonight.
We have next question in the front row, to your right.
Is that Michael Vopel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nafisa, this is the fourth year of this and the fourth champion. Do you feel like this event is really growing in prestige, and does it starting to mean more to the players? And I don't know if even the fact that the Commissioner's Cup was condensed now into 2 weeks made it a little more easy to follow. I just wonder, from a player's perspective, how much more this title has come to mean.
I like the format this year. I like that it's so condensed. I think it's easier to follow from the fans as well, and for us, honestly. It was a new thing, so I think it's just finding like what works, and I liked the format this year. And yeah, I mean, it means a lot. Obviously, we're competitors, and you want to win any game you're in. The money makes it really fun as well. We want to win for the money. And at the end of the day, like I said, we want to win anything that we're in. So it means a lot because it's a great team we just beat. It's a game that we won, and we won some money. So it's like a trifecta, honestly.
Next question, to the left.
Hi, guys. Congratulations on the win. My question is actually about Courtney Williams, and this is for any of you. I would just love to hear your thoughts on how well she played tonight in terms of just the energy that she brought to the floor on both ends, and just how her energy fed into breaking a lot of those runs that the Liberty were going on, especially late in the game. Her impact sort of stopped a lot of those runs from getting out of control. So if you could just speak to how good she was tonight.
I mean, I love playing with Court. She's a vet in this league. She's been through it. She knows this league really well, and she knows who she is as a point guard now. She's kind of evolved into that. But she's been a leader for this team this whole season, and she's brought like a swag to our team, a confidence to our team, that we needed, I think. And her confidence on the offensive end, her pull-up jumpers, her ability to facilitate and find an open roller. Those are big moments for us tonight, especially. But yeah, she's been huge for us, and so fun to play with. Such a good teammate to have on the bench, in the locker room. Yeah, I'm really thankful that she came to be a Lynx this year. But yeah, she's been huge for us.
If she didn't go 5 of 15, we probably shoot 50% on the night. And that's what I'm going to tell her. That's the great thing about Court is she's hilarious. She loves being a Lynx, loves winning with us. And, she's the fit that we'd hope she'd be. And she's been a huge difference maker for us.
All right, we're going to turn to Zoom for a few questions. We're going to start with Jennifer, then Willie, then Terry. Jennifer.
Jennifer Porty from Let's Talk Women in Basketball. How do you guys plan to build on this success for the remainder of the season?
Man, we got to go win a game at noon on Thursday against Dallas, and we better be ready.
Yeah.
These guys want me to lay off them for a little while. But,
No, I mean, this is a lot. I mean, it's really good. You always want to win championships. This is a championship that we won. But at the end of the day, there's more work to be done. We're only not even halfway through the season. There's a lot of games to be played, and we want to build upon this. We don't want to peak here. So, we're locked in for our game. We have another game in 2 days. Like Coach said, it's at noon. So it's like a day and a half, really.
Or
said.
with travel. With
travel.
Thank God it's a charter.
So yeah, I mean, this is amazing at the end of the day, but we have more things to do that we want to do. We got to lock in. We want to achieve more things than this, bigger things than this at the end of the season.
Willie, you're up. Terry next. Then our last question will come from Kent. Willie, go ahead.
Thank you. Hey, Fee, you mentioned training camp just a little bit ago, and I remember going into week 2, Cheryl said that this was her 24th training camp, and she knows at a certain point, you look back, you say, well, that's how training camp went, and that's how the vibe is. Can you talk about what the vibe was, and if you felt how good this team was going to be going into the season compared to where you're at now?
I did. This is my 6th season with the Lynx, and I think this was the best training camp we've ever had, in my opinion. Just like the energy with it, how like the attention to detail, I think the aggressiveness that we came with every single day, like the energy every single day. This is the best that I've seen since I've been here. And I think it translated over to our season. And Coach said that in the beginning. I remember at the Washington game, she said how you are in training camp every year that she's been here has translated over to the season. And I think you see that we were great on defense from the very beginning. And that's really how we played our season. And so it's been really fun. I think this is just like the most talented, most fun team that I've been on since I've been here. And it's just been so fun. I think just the chemistry that we have and the willingness to do whatever it takes to win has been amazing. No matter what happens, if they go on a run, we keep our cool, we come back and we get done what needs to get done. So it's been amazing to see that. And I'm excited for the rest of the season.
We'll go to Terry, and then we will wrap with a final question from Kent. Terry.
Congratulations to all 3 of you. Thanks so much for your thoughtful answers so far. Only a question I have is for BC and Fee. You guys have talked the last couple weeks about the excitement of playing in this game, the excitement to get that bag and bring it home. Just wondering if there are any plans for the bag now that the bag has been secured.
Now that the bag is secured, it's going straight into my savings account.
Investing that.
Nothing exciting.
Yeah, same. She has a whole baby.
We got bills to pay. I got daycare to pay for.
30 bands.
30 bands.
30 bands.
Daycare.
Got some players that said they never had 30 bands all at once.
Yeah.
So it's pretty
Those
exciting.
rookies, man. Those
Yeah.
rookies.
Great for the rookies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go to Kent.
Yeah, congratulations on the win. I know Bridget had a great game, Chechi, Fee. But I want to ask you about Alana Smith. I know you brought a lot of help into the paint to help, but she basically denied Jones the ball from start to finish tonight. Can you just talk about the job she did defensively tonight?
Lane's been amazing. I think she's just she's perfect for our team. She has a huge assignment every night. She has often the best player, often the tallest, most physical player. And every night we can count on her to do what she does, to defend on defense and to convert on offense. She's just such a solid player for us, and she makes a difference a lot of times. And I think that goes unnoticed a lot, but Lane is huge for us, and I'm really glad she's on our team. I remember how hard it was to play against her when she was on Chicago and other teams. And so I'm really glad that she's on our side. And again, I think she's just a lot of things go unnoticed, like deflections. That's not part of the stat sheet, but she is huge in that. And so she's a difference maker,
Flush
but it's like a
means run a
silent
player off
assassin
the
for us.
3-point line.
What'd you say?
Flush. That's what you said flushes, right?
Yeah.
Flushing means run a player off the 3-point line.
Yeah.
These guys are like, what's a flush? Yeah.
Yeah. She's huge for us.
She's a great flusher.
All right, Nafisa, Bridget, Cheryl, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That wraps the post-game pressers.